Okay, we saying I'm live. I am live. Am I live? We say I'm live. They say I'm live, y'all. Come on through. They say I'm live, y'all. Come on through. Now let me see if I see me live. Let's see. Not yet. There we go. I'm live. I'm live. Open panel discussion. There we go. Uh-oh. Turn me off. Open panel discussion. Anybody gonna come hang out with me? We're talking about different parenting styles today. We're talking about different parenting styles. And what parenting style are you that you most agree with? The little Miss Shirley mama style, or the lady that totally, in my opinion, disrespected her teenage daughter? I say disrespect, not necessarily disrespect, but I think that's mm, nothing that CPS needs to get involved with, but I think that's another form of abuse, in my opinion. For whatever it's worth. This is my opinion, my honest opinion. Whatever it's worth, if it's worth anything, whatever it's worth. So I'm just waiting to give people some time to come in. Give y'all a little time to come in, see if anybody wants to talk. Oh man, I forgot. I don't know if I know how to get them. How to let people come up. That's okay. We'll work it out. Just have to be a little patient with it. That's all. Come on in. Where's everybody at? It's Friday night. Oh, it's Friday night. That just says it all, don't it? Where's everybody at? It's Friday night. It's Friday night. Everybody getting ready for the weekend. Just came off of a holiday. I can't see nothing. Can't see nothing with my glasses on. Just ramble. I'm just going to ramble until somebody comes on here. If don't nobody come, well, I can't see. Hold on, let me get my glasses. I'm not very good at multitasking. If you come in here, let me know you're in here. Let me know you're in here if you come on here. Oh, that's better. That's better. I guess I had time to set up my laptop, but that's what I practiced doing the stream on his laptop. So I wonder if I set that up. No, I'm gonna just leave it like it is. I'm gonna leave it like it is. I know there's a lot of other people live, and that's okay. I decided to come live anyways. Either you want to see me live or you don't. If you come in, let me know. Let me know you're in here. I know it's a lot of other big hitters live. That's okay. I'm still coming live anyways. We're gonna do a little talk today. We're talking about what parenting style do you most agree with or relate to? The little Miss Shirley's mama parenting style, or the lady that outed or outed, I would say, or exposed her teenage daughter on social media, on Facebook Live. Called all kind of whores and stuff. It is a mess. But what parenting style do you most relate to? That's what I want to talk about. I want to invite you guys up, and I hope that I can invite you up. I'm gonna drop a link. I think, let me see. I said that as if I know how to do this. I really don't. This is only my second time doing this, inviting somebody up. The first time somebody showed me how to do it. So I'm gonna hope that I can do it this time. So if you want to come up, let me know you want to come up. Let me, you know what? Let me see if I can drop a link. Let me see. Let me do that first. Well, let me get the link first. I should have did all this, but I was on there talking. See what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm doing. See what I'm saying? That's why this is practice. This is all practice for me. Okay, I'm trying to get a link. So if anybody does want to come up, you can come up. Now, I remember how to do it on my laptop. Okay, invite guest. Okay, is this the link? Okay, copy. Now, if you're a lunatic, don't come up here because I don't feel like cussing. I will. No, don't get it twisted. But I don't want to cuss nobody out. I think this is the link. Let's see. If you don't hear, even if you don't want to come up, try the link out and I'll just show, and then you don't have to come up. I just want to see if this link is working. I want to see how this is working. I want to get started. We're going to talk about which parenting style do you most relate to? Which parenting style do you most agree with? Or do you agree with both? Or somewhere in the middle? I'll be honest, I'm somewhere in the middle. I'm somewhere in between Miss Shirley and Miss Shirley's mom and the mom that disrespect, or I keep saying disrespected her daughter. I don't think it's disrespect. It's sad, and I believe it's abusive at a certain point. I believe it's abuse. Again, not any abuse that I feel like CPS needs to be called for, nothing like that. But I do believe it's abuse. I believe it's a form of abuse to get on there and call this young girl all kind of whores and bitches and sluts and suck dick. Her mama said that to her. That was unbelievable to me. So, well, not unbelievable because I've seen it, I guess, before. Not necessarily in my presence, because can't nobody talk to their kids like that in my presence. I will never be okay with a mom or dad or a parent, anybody talking to their child like that, calling them all kind of sluts and whores and bitch. I can't get down like that. That's a fight. For me, that's a fight. I will be in the street fighting for somebody's child. It's ridiculous. It's not saying it's right that I should be involved in people's lives like that. But when it comes to children, I feel like we all have to say something. If you see something, say something. I do. That's one part of the Bible. I do believe in it, that it does take a village. Now, should you allow everybody in your village? Some people should not be. Some families shouldn't be in our village. Understand me? Some families shouldn't even be in our village. We need to kick some of them out. We need to evict some family members. However, it does take a village. And I believe, for me, when we come, let's talk about the Miss Shirley's Miss Shirley's mama's, parenting style. I don't know. I believe that most people that have an opinion, this is just my opinion, it's for the right reason. Are there some haters? Yes, there are haters. Are there some folks that just jealous? Yeah, we know that. We know people get down like that. However, I don't believe that's the case for the majority of Miss Shirley's mom's people, or the people that are concerned about Miss Shirley's. I don't believe that majority of the people are concerned out of hatred or anger or jealousy or anything like that. It has nothing to do with that. This baby is in danger. This is dangerous. In my own words, I feel like her mom literally went out and bought her one of the most fanciest, beautiful, sparkling, bling, bling, everywhere stuff, jackets, a beautiful jacket. You hear me? Oh, I feel like her mom went and bought the most beautiful color we've never seen before. We only heard about. Oh, just beautiful. But there's a bullseye on the back. That baby, that mama put a bullseye on the jacket of her baby. In my opinion, this is my opinion. For whatever it's worth, it's my opinion. And I believe that bullseye says, predators, I'm available. Come get me. My mama ain't paying attention. Come on. You can come date my mama. You can marry my mama. Now, I don't know where her daddy is. I don't know I don't know the situation, but I'm just saying this is how some predators think. You can date my mama. You can marry my mama. And you come on in here and you'll have free access to me because my mama is clueless. My mama's clueless, not because she doesn't love me, but because she's clueless. She's not paying attention. And people are trying to tell her, get the bullseye jacket off your baby's back. You cannot tell me. And matter of fact, let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. Let me pull up the video. I'm going to show the video of what I'm talking about, just so we can have a better understanding. And my video is a struggle video. So y'all already know that before we can get started. I have a struggle video or a struggle channel. So I'm going to show y'all the video that I'm talking about before, so you can know what I'm talking about. You can see what I'm seeing. So what I'm going to do is just turn. It's only, I think, 3 or 4 minutes long. This is something I made. So it's a struggle. So I just want to put that up so you guys can see. Oh, man, I don't know if I can. Let me see if I can turn it this way. I didn't plan on doing it like this. I was supposed to be on my laptop, but again, didn't give myself enough time. I don't want you to see me. Let's just watch this. And it's on my channel. I just want you to have an idea of what I'm talking about. This is Miss Shirley's mama. Y'all see this red dress that she's talking about? She let this baby, now she said this was 2 years ago. This baby today is 4. So 2 years ago, this baby was 2. In this picture right here, this baby has on a red dress, right? She puts this baby on social media in a red dress to the song Johnny Gill singing, My. Put on your red dress and slip on your high heels. She had the baby slipping in high heels. And some of that sweet perfume, she had her spraying perfume. It sure smells good on you. Slide on your lipstick. She had her putting on lipstick. And lay on your hair down. She had her put on a wig. Cause baby, when you get through, I'm gonna show you. Show you what? What is Johnny Gill gonna show? And why is this baby getting dressed to this song? We done made love to this doggone song. Do you understand me? We done fantasized on this doggone song. Why is this baby getting dressed to My? This is ridiculous.
She thinks that just because she posted that video 2 years ago of her baby getting dressed to that inappropriate song for a child, it's not a big deal. Actually, it's worse because that means you had her acting out, putting on her red dress, high heels, and wig to a song like that 2 years old.
2 years ago.
You're not making this better. Y'all put the minute right up there. I actually got a call from the police station today for me to come on to the police station because a member called DHS and told DHS in the police station all about the whole time I got on the OnlyFans. It's a motherfucking fan page. It's not no OnlyFans. Y'all take it that y'all see on social media and run with it. The man who called the police on the mother of Miss Shirley, the 3-year-old viral sensation who became very popular because of her sometimes sexualized dancing, says he'll do it again. Hey, anyway, let me tell y'all something. Social media the other damn day. What was that today? And I'm seeing the baby mama there, which is Miss Shirley's mama, on that in tears and stuff, talking about the children came to her house to you bitches and sit on to them. They're y'all about to, y'all, I don't know what's there with y'all wrong. Y'all are so fucking jealous out there of what we got going on. Y'all feel like y'all want to take it, but y'all don't have no man. Y'all ain't no good at it. Parents to y'all children, and y'all gonna call CPS on somebody because they can live because they doing it. This baby, I think, is like 2 years old.
Miss Netta is projecting, mind you. She said, y'all don't have what we got going on. We, Miss Netta, first of all, not only do you don't have children, what are you talking about? I know she's coming as a, I know she's coming from a content creator standpoint. I get that. However, come on, Miss Netta. As you can see, she can get on social media and tell people to stop hating on her with the help of her mom. This is so sad. It breaks my heart. So, so sad. Let's get one thing straight. For me, this has absolutely nothing to do with this baby making money or somebody hating on her. Okay, I don't need to finish watching it because I don't want to do it, so I know what it means. I mean, I know what I said. However, I don't know if you got to see that. If you saw the Miss Shirley, if you're up to date on the little Miss Shirley, I call her little Miss Shirley. I just, and I don't have a problem calling her Miss Shirley. I call everybody Miss and Mister. That's just how I do. I don't have a problem with that part. Everybody deserves respect. I don't care how old you are. Everybody deserves respect. However, her name is not the problem. Is it an old name? Yeah. Do I think that it's odd that she has the name Shirley? That's not her government name. Her mom named her that because of her attitude one time when she was a little baby. That's a name. Again, I feel like that's a jacket with the bullseye on the back that put little Miss Shirley. But I think it was really something how somebody actually put that together with Shirley Temple, and to see how she was exposed or exploited. She was exploited. Do I believe this mom? I don't know. I can't say I believe this mom is exploiting her daughter or not. I believe it does become exploitation after a while. This baby, she can have a skill. She can dance. That's wonderful. That's a beautiful thing. She can make money at 4. At 3, you can make money. Make your money. However, when you're doing it and you have this baby performing for only adults, I've never seen no children, which I haven't looked around for, but I don't see no children. Only adults, grown adults. They picking this baby up. They holding this baby. We don't know that there's transferring of spirits. We don't know that we can attach the spirits and stuff can attach themselves to our children. They can pick up on stuff like that. You don't know the feel that people are getting when they pick up your baby and they're touching and come on now. Let me tell you something. Tell you why I'm so careful. Well, not why I'm so careful. Why I look at it a little bit different. Well, no, I'm gonna tell the truth, shame the devil. I have family members that are pedos. Sorry, that's hard to say out loud. But it is what it is. I'm very cautious, very cautious. My daughter, I have a stepdaughter. She came into my life when she was 4 years old. I started raising her at 5 years old. She couldn't sit in no man's lap, not even her daddy. No, ma'am, not straddling. You can sit on his leg with your butt on his leg. You will never straddle your daddy. You can't sit on no other man's lap. Ain't no man picking you up. Her daddy could pick her up. Ain't no man holding you. None of that. We don't do that. We don't do that. Not saying that that stops everything, but I'm going to do my best to protect my children as much as I can. Can you protect them from everything? Absolutely not. We know that. We know you can't protect them from everything. But can you do your best to protect them from something? Absolutely. Why not? You can still make the money. You can still that. Now let's tell the truth, shame the devil. That baby is a star. Miss Shirley, hands down, Miss Shirley is a star. Miss Shirley has it, baby. She has it. She has the attitude. She has the gift. She has the skill, the talent. Like God has his hand. When we say God has his hand on people, not in that way, because I feel like God has his hands on all of us. But what I'm saying is, when God has, when she's been touched, she's been given a gift that a lot of us don't get. A lot of us don't get this gift. And that's a gift of talent, raw talent. And it seems like she's picking up, she has to pick up on those dances like that, because how else, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way she's sitting up 20 hours a day trying to learn these dances. I try to learn boots on the ground. When I say I am not good at it at all, I can't dance to save my life. I have 2 left feet. However, I do believe that her mom loves her. I believe her mom is taking care of her as she should. However, I believe her mom is very naive, and she's caught up in the sensationalism of it all. Her mom is being very naive. This is not good. This is not good. Get that bullseye off your baby's back and let her still make her money. She can still make money. It's not about the money. It's not about the fame. She can still have fame. But we don't want to be talking about your baby 50 years from now as another Shirley Temple, and to say, oh my God, can you believe all that she was going through? We was enjoying her and having a good old self time, and didn't know all this time the predators had her. The whole time Shirley Temple was a child dancing before us, looking happy and looking like successful. Everything was okay. We didn't know all that time. This baby, these people were playing with this baby. That's what we fear from little Miss Shirley. That's what we fear. That's all. We want to protect her. And can I say this? Shout out to all the men. Let me say, especially my beautiful Black men. Thank you. Thank you for speaking up. I don't know if that man is the one that called CPS. I don't know. I don't care. If nothing is going on, thank you. Then no harm, no foul. But if something is going on, at least they know the eyes are on them. Excuse me. So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys for showing up, giving your opinion, and not being shut down by people saying, oh, the only reason that those men are worried about it is because they actually must be a predator. No, they're fathers. They're concerned. They're not what predator is going to try to stop his prey, is to try to get his prey safe. I don't know a predator to this day. How many lions you know? Have you ever seen a lion? And I know animals are different, but I'm just saying, just go with me. Have you ever seen a lion go and tell the gazelle, them lions is coming. My peoples is coming. So y'all need to get safe. They on their way. Don't work like that. Predators don't do that. These are concerned fathers, grandfathers, men that's saying, this is not good. Thank you, my brothers. Thank you for speaking up. Thank you, my sisters, for speaking up. Saying, wait a minute, something's not right with this. My God, how you do, my God? How you do? I'm just on here running my mouth a little bit, talking about the different parenting styles. I'm trying to get somebody to come up here with me, but ain't nobody brave enough to come up on the panel with me. That dude, ain't nobody brave enough to come on the panel with me. Trying to get somebody to come up and talk about this little Miss Shirley, the parenting styles, little Miss Shirley's mama's parenting style, or the Instagram, the mom that got on there and exposed her teenage daughter for what she said was being, out there. And I want to play it just to let you know where I'm coming from. It's on my channel. I want to play a bit of the video just to show you what I'm talking about. But when I say just the disrespectful part, I'm gonna show it. Just the part that I'm a specific part. It was hard to watch. It was hard to watch. Very disturbing. You could see the look on this baby's face that told you, yeah, she was horrified. Now, did she need something? Yeah, she needed some discipline. She needed something because she's out there bad. She's out there bad. However, if you got your mama screaming in your face, telling you how many whores, how would you act? And I'm gonna say trigger warning. Trigger warning. If you're sensitive to stuff like this, yeah, this is probably not the best place to come in at, because it's bad. Anyways, let me just sit here and I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna sit here and just let you watch this part. You don't have to see me. I know this is ghetto, but y'all bear with me. I'm a struggle champ. Y'all bear with me. Shout out to Bruh Man TV. Bruh Man TV. Check him out.
No, nobody tell me a motherfucking thing about you, because when they said getting an abortion, your daddy said no.
I ain't gonna lie, telling your kid that you would have had an abortion, but your dad told you not to, that's crazy.
Is that not sad?
That's low. That's real low.
You don't really go want that your daddy, because when these niggas break your heart, that's who will protect you. They said, I hope you learned your lesson. I hope she did too. They said they hope you learned your lesson. She run away, she run away. That's her. She don't lose everything she ever had in her life. That's her.
Hey, look at me. Did you follow me on Instagram yet? Nope.
Let me see. Y'all see how this mama, now mind you, somebody there with her, I believe it's the little girl's friend. I don't know, but she's agreeing with the mom and they're ridiculing this little girl. Again, shout out to Bruh Man TV.
I didn't tell my daughter, so I'm not heavy on that.
So now the friend, is there a friend?
Oh, the mama's friend. The mama's friend said, I did it to my little girl too, so don't worry. So that tells me it's something wrong with these mamas. They ain't the daughters, it's the mamas.
Because she did the same thing.
You hear?
She got on Instagram and I did the same thing. She did the same thing, but she ain't never do it no more. After that, I went live on Instagram and that wall whooped her ass. She never did it again, but I only got niggas be like, that's my phone. She be like, boy, get the fuck. Block.
Lies.
Period.
She just got better at hiding it. That's the punishment.
Because I was saying people.
Who was you sending naked videos to, Saya?
For real.
Who you having a sexual conversation with, Saya?
My God.
Tell him.
For real.
For who?
One.
Okay, from where?
I used to go to Karen Middle School.
Okay, and what else? What else, Saya? Why won't you be at the dance tomorrow? Because what?
I was sending somebody naked pictures of my body.
Because what else?
Talking like a slut.
Because what else? What's this in my hand, Saya? Are you supposed to have a cell phone?
No.
Why?
Because I already got it taken last year.
Why you get it taken?
Doing the same thing.
First, I was honestly feeling a little bad because she's getting the other chap.
I'm just trying to hear the berating.
Yes.
Why not, Saya? Let all your friends know. All of them, because here they go. They logging in. Tell them what's up.
Because I was taking naked pictures of myself.
Yeah. Tell them why you sitting here popping your nails off that you just got done today.
Because I got in trouble.
Tell your friends.
Everybody go to school tomorrow, Kettering Middle School, and show this video of Asaya.
See, this part I don't have an issue with. I don't have an issue busting her out in front of her friend. You're not supposed to have this channel. You're not supposed to have a phone. You're not supposed to have. I don't have a problem with that part. It's the berating.
Because
Hold on.
the police is here. She getting ready to get locked up. Tell them, Saya.
Oh,
I sent somebody.
Act like that little be on that be twerking in the videos. And who was the boy that you was messaging talking about he sucked your tip?
Wow. Wow.
She just came over there.
And what about the one named Justin? What school he go to?
That's the one who did it. That's the one.
No, who you send it to? That was Justin, right?
Yeah.
That was Justin, right?
Yes.
That was Justin, right? You said he go to your school, right? Didn't he just say he go to her school?
No, that's Jacob.
Oh, that's Jacob. There's so many of them. Sorry, I don't even know what this.
Don't tap that screen that you're watching.
You such a damn.
Right.
Which one is it this time?
She said you're such a damn whore.
No. Well, I'm pretty sure you're already known at school as a whore anyway, right?
wow.
You knew you ass, right? Bending your ass over twerking like a slut, right?
Oh
That's
my
what
God.
That's what your homegirl said. Right?
That's why I think it's cute. They probably do the same thing. Except Shania. I'll never see Shania.
Shania, the only decent friend you got. Ghetto ass Rachel. Ghetto ass little girls you hang with.
You got a video on who was that fight? That was on there. Shania.
Yeah, tell Janaya how you can.
Sound like this mama and her friend don't sound like they the best role models. If her mama and the mama's friend done already said I had to do my daughter the same way because she was doing the same thing, yeah, the problem. That's what it sounded like to me.
She got beat up. She got fighting.
So, oh my God, like this is never in.
She got beat up.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody no homegirl. But I see why you don't have no friends because look at the shit you do.
Wow.
You can't even respect yourself as a young lady.
Wow.
You gotta put yourself out there like you some slut.
That person I ain't gonna be friends. She fake. And I told her to stop messing. Stop hanging.
Shania, the only real friend she got.
That's it.
Wow.
And I've always told you that.
Now tell me that's not crazy. Tell me that's not crazy. And that's just my own opinion. That's just my own opinion. Awful. Awful. We have to do better. And now, was I the best mom? Absolutely not. I had issues. Trust me when I say I had issues, still got issues. And like I said yesterday, I do believe in if your child acts a fool, that's my belief. If your child acts a fool in the open or in front of people, then I'm going to act a bigger one in the open and in front of people. That's how I get down. However, never have I ever. You call your baby out of their name, like you're calling them whores, sluts. You don't have friends. That's why you don't have friends. Like how, I guess I'm trying to figure out how is that supposed to be helpful? How is that supposed to be helpful? How is that supposed to help this baby? How is that supposed to, how is it supposed to build her? What is it supposed to do for her? I think it's sad. I would like to know, am I the only one that feel like this? Am I the only one that feels like, and again, yeah, I am judging. I can't lie. I'm not going to say not judging. I'm judging. I didn't do it right either. So people judge me. You know what I mean? People talked about me like a dog, talked about how mean I was, talked about how strict I was, and I was. I was too saved for some people, you know. I wouldn't let my daughter wear shorts up to here. She had to wear like capris and stuff, you know, like I was too saved for people. I was living in the church, raised our children in the church and stuff. So yeah, we was too saved and we were strict. We were definitely not, it was definitely not all good. But was there some intentional or some berating? Like, come on now, we can't do that. Now I know occasionally you're going to have some issues, especially but when you tell me this is who your daughter is, that sounds to me like that's probably because that's who you are. Look at you and your friend. Your friend said she had to do the same thing to her daughter. It now, and am I just behind times? Is this normal? Is this a normal thing for? We didn't have social media like that when I had teenage children. It wasn't like that. We wasn't in social media like that. Is this a normal thing? And I'm just so far behind the time that I don't know. This is just a normal thing of parenting. But it sounds to me like those parents have some issues. That's why their children have issues. That's what it is. They're coming from some issues. I don't know where the fathers are. And I hate when people always say, well, where are the daddies? Because, dad, as if just because there's a daddy there, that's going to stop something. It doesn't. It doesn't. It could make it worse sometimes. You have to have the right male role model. And we had a blended family. I had a blended family. I don't think there's anything wrong with blended families. Me and my husband were married for 15 years. We had no children together. He had 2 children. I had 1 child, and we raised them as a family. People went to church with us for about 5 years or so, didn't even know that we didn't have any of these children together. They just thought that my son looked like me and the older 2 looked like their dad. They didn't know. We didn't do it like that. However, I did everything I could in my power to make sure I didn't show a difference, and then to make sure I tried to build my children. So the things that I did that were wrong, and be honest, not to make an excuse, were out of ignorance. Just in all honesty, it was out of ignorance. I was ignorant. I didn't know. I didn't know that, how some people talk about not, your boys shouldn't wear pink type situation. It's the stupidest thing, but I wasn't that type of, but I'm just saying, not knowing that ain't going to make your children gay. If your children want to be gay, they just going to be gay. It just is what it is. That's not going to stop. I have 2 gay boys. And I don't say that to talk about their business, but I say that to say I raised my children in the church. They are going to be who they're going to be. I didn't dress them up in dresses and high heels and say, hey, I want y'all to be a girl type situation. However, I did try to lead them down the road I thought they were supposed to go down. It didn't turn out like that. And I'm okay with that. Me and my boys talk about their relationships. We talk, just like me and my daughter talk. We talk. They grown. They all in their 30s, so they grown. We talk. I'm proud of my children. You hear me? Not because they're perfect, but I'm proud of my children. To this day, you not know how many times. The other day, I went to go wash the rugs off my bathroom floor, and had to pick something off the floor. I thought it was a roach. Anybody know me know I got roaches. Thought it was a roach, but I looked at it and didn't move, so I picked it off, and it was it was some type of glue, either for the eyelashes or the hair for weave. As you can see, I don't have hair. I don't wear weave. I don't have eyelashes. Like, I don't do any of that. And I was so mad because I knew it was my daughter. She hasn't been here in over a month, and I still find strands of wig hair all through I hate it with a passion. You understand me? I said, I'm gonna have to ban her. Don't do no more hair in my house. But I had to pick this glue out my rug. I wanted so bad to call her out her name. Can we be honest? Can we call a thing a thing? I wanted to call my daughter bitch so bad. Not even to her. I couldn't even do it when she wasn't even here. She wasn't here. She's 30 years old. I said, ooh. So I called this witch. But you know what I'm trying to say. Her and her cousin, these witches. So I say that to say, even as at her being 30-something years old, I still can't do it. I still can't do it. Now, I ain't gonna lie. My son, who is also 30-something years old, I did give him the middle finger and told him, F him. What time? Oh, I've been on here long. I told him, fuck you too, son. Fuck you too, nigga. I do say nigga. Y'all forgive me if that offends you. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but it is what it is. Fuck you too, nigga. You don't have my back. You going against me? I'm gonna tell you why I told him. I was walking outside and my neighbors were sitting outside. And one of my neighbors, me and my son was walking outside I was walking him to the car. And one of my neighbors said, hey, Miss Priscilla. Nigga, you can't say, hey, Miss Priscilla to me. You just called me a bitch last night. What the fuck? I'm supposed to get grown. It's 9:40. I'm supposed to get grown. Ain't no kids should be in here. I'm talking. You hear me? You don't speak to me because you see me walking out here with my son. You don't speak to me like we cool. You just called me a bitch last night. So my son thought, Mom, why did you have to get so offended? Like he just said hi. No, he just called me. When I say we just got into it last night, he couldn't come to me because now he's sober. This man is sober now. I wasn't drunk, so I've been sober. You can't come to me now and then tell me hi and think that I'm gonna be okay with that and think that I'm just gonna be like, oh, hey, no, sir, don't speak to me. I don't give a F what the situation is. So my son got upset and my son felt like I responded too much. That was his thought. Well, Mom, you didn't have to respond like that. So I gave my son, I said, and what I told him was, I'm going to be honest, what I told him was, son, even if you don't agree with me, that's okay. I'm okay with that. But you take me to the side because it was like 5 or 6 guys out there. All of them guys are against me. Do you understand me? Not all of them, but the ones I'm talking about. They are against me. For no reason, mind you. You got to have my back in front of them. And then you take me to the side and say, Mom, chill out. We can do that. I get that. But you don't correct me. First of all, don't correct me because I'm your mama. But I can receive correction. I'm okay with that. But you wait, you do that behind closed doors. You don't check me in front of these niggas that just call me bitches and whores. I chased that. When I say I chased that man down the street, I chased that man down the street. I wanted a piece of him. Thank God they evicted him because I said, somebody got to go. It's either him or me. Somebody got to go. And it was him. Thank God. I got recordings. I done had to call the police on him. Long story short, I do know we go through things with our children, right? I do know we go through things with our children. I do know the different parenting styles or whatever. We don't always do it right. However, my thing is, what good do we expect to come out of berating our children? How do we think are we trying to build them? Are we trying to tear them down? That's for the Facebook Live mom. Is she trying to destroy her child? Because that's what she's doing. She's destroying her. This baby don't have no self-esteem. I can't say don't have, but this is all my opinion. No self-esteem. And then she can't even go to her mama. How can she go to her mama and say, Mama, I'm having this issue with these people or with this person or with this? Because her mama comes at her. Her mom is harder on her than what she didn't, there's no safe space to me. She can't run to her mama and lay in her bosom and look for a safe place. Her mama's not giving her a safe place to fall, to land. If my children don't do everything right, that's okay. But when you come back, hey, I got you. That's what mama, I got you. I got you. You messed up, but I got you. We're going to do it right. We're going to do it better. Let's do it better, but I got you. Not, you no good, slut whore. I can almost guarantee you that mother's mom did her like that. 9 times out of 10, somebody did her like that. And you can see what type. So what do? We continue the cycle. Somebody has to say enough is enough. When is somebody going to say enough is enough? When is somebody going to say enough is enough? And not saying again, some people say, well, there is no handbook to parenting. Well, it's there's a lot of books to parenting. A lot of books, videos, there's YouTube videos. We got all kinds of resources, There are centers, there are people you can talk to, hotlines you can call. There are a lot of manuals to parenting. Yeah. Now, is any one manual correct? No. There is no one way to parent. I do agree with that. But we do have manuals for parenting. We do have manuals. We have a lot of resources. We just have to go out there and get it. That's why I wanted to open up the conversation to say not what parenting style is right or wrong, but what do you more agree with? What do you more relate to? What is more of your style, or what style did you grow up with? I grew up more with, I'm gonna be honest. If I had the attitude of Miss Shirley and the you know, the pizzazz and that. My mama probably would have been a Miss Shirley's mama, because my mom tried to dress me up as a little bitty girl. She had 2 boys, and she said, I want a girl. And she said, out the 3rd child, that's it. If I don't have a girl, I'm just not gonna have no more children, period. So she thought, oh, I got a mini me. My mom would put me on little, you know, pantyhose, or not pantyhose, what do you call them? Little tights, little whatever, little dresses and high heels or clogs. She said, girl, you put them high heels. She called them high heels. They were clogged. You put them high heels on, and you go, and we go through the store. You kick them high and run, because you hate it. To this day, I don't wear high heels. To this day, can't stand it. When I was small, I haven't always been big. When I was small, I didn't dress sexy. I didn't like that. I didn't like showing my belly. I didn't like showing I like showing my legs. Now, I wear me a mini skirt. Now, I did wear a mini skirt. However, I didn't like that. But I do believe that if I was kind of like Miss Shirley, if I had that type of personality of Miss Shirley, my mom probably would have been close to a Miss Shirley's mom. She ended up kind of being somewhere close in the middle, because again, I just didn't have that personality. It just wasn't my style. I never forget, my mom made me go outside one time. She put me on a halter top, and I cried. She made me go outside because I cried. She was like, there's nothing wrong with you having a halter top. You're covered. I didn't even have boobies. I was too little. I was a little girl. I cried. I felt exposed. Now I find out why. Again, these could be trigger warnings, but we're all adults. If you have an issue, just turn off. That's all. But I found out later that a family member had molested me when I was a young child, to where I don't remember, but I knew something happened. I didn't know what. So I don't know if that's why I was so. No, I'm exposed. If I felt so exposed, it's kind of like, you know, in the Garden of Eden, when God said, Adam, why are you hiding? Why are you hiding? He said, well, because I'm naked. And God said, who told you you was naked? How do you know I'm naked? Who told you that? It was kind of like that. As a 2-year-old, I was 2 when I was kicking my clogs off and stuff. I was about 7 or so when I had on that halter top. Maybe 6, 7. But I believe that I knew early on what it was, what was going on. I didn't like the attention. Sometimes I think that's why I gained some weight, because I didn't like the attention. I don't like attention from people at all. I used to get a lot of attention. I got a lot of attention, even from family members, cousins and uncles that would solicit me. Very disturbing, very disturbing. I had this one uncle, and I'm probably getting off the subject now, so let me turn this subject off. But I had this one uncle that, and I'm not going to say who he is, but anybody that knows me or knows us, they'll know who I'm talking about. But he used to say things like, let me take this banner down because I'm no longer kind of talking about that. He used to say things like we would call him and say, hey, I need some money or whatever. Can you give me some money? Now, mind you, I could be 11, 12, 13 years old. I'm the child, but this is my uncle. My uncle told me, this is the same uncle told me that when I was 2 years old, he gave me coffee because I asked for coffee. He gave me coffee at 2. So he used to keep me all the time. So again, this is my uncle. Now, he's not a blood relative. He was my aunt's husband. So whenever we would call him, he would always tell you, yeah, I got some money, but come over here with your panties off. And giggle. You hear me? Now, as children, whatever, we knew he didn't mean it. You hear me? He didn't mean that. So he's just a dirty old uncle. Go get your money, whatever situation is. And he always said that. It wasn't until someone found him in bed with one of my cousins that I realized, oh, was he serious? Like, would he, if I would have came over with my panties on, would he? I don't know. But come to find out, he has messed with my cousins. I have a So when I say this, this is more so talking about the Miss Shirley's mom's parenting. So when I get sensitive about certain situations, it's not for no reason. It's not, again, out of hate or out of anything like that. It's out of experience. I have another uncle that used to mess with two of my cousins, gave one of them, she was 6 years old, gave her a disease at 6. You hear me? And that was a blood uncle. There's more, but my point is saying that is, my point is saying that is, we have to be careful. We have to take the we have to take the bullseye off our children's back and allow them to be kids. Allow them to be kids and give them the best opportunity that we can. We won't always do it right, but give them the best start, the best opportunity. When they go outside, when they step outside our doors, when I say they have so much to fight, they have to fight their sanity. They have to fight their, people picking on bullies. They have to fight all kinds. But when they come home, they shouldn't have to fight. They shouldn't have to try to protect themselves. When they come home, they should be protected. Home should be a safe place. Home should be a safe place. And even at 4 years old, that baby could be learning some skills right now as far as, let me tell you why this is not a good idea. Not to scare her or anything like that, but just to prepare her. Not to make her think that every adult out here, everybody has good intentions, because all these people that are picking this baby up, all these people that are gravitating towards this baby, all these different spirits and stuff, don't have her grow up and think that that's okay, that that's normal. No, that's not okay. That's not normal. That's not okay for her. So you don't want her to grow up and try to embrace everybody. If you believe in the Bible says be careful, like, who you let pray for you. Be careful who you let lay hands on you. Be careful, because you can transfer spirits. And I don't want no grown pedophile spirit on my little bitty baby. You know how many people? I have a family member that one time I lived with them. Well, not lived, but stayed at their house for a while. And I went on their computer looking for a job and saw a lot of risque titles, foreign titles. And some of them said like barely 18 or old enough or whatever, very risky type, like just enough. And to me, that was disturbing. That was disturbing to see that. What was more disturbing is that same family member. I had got a phone call one night. That same family member. Trigger warning. If you have any hiccups about child actual assault, go on, click off. Click off. I got a phone call one day that told me, and I'm trying to be careful because I don't want to private this live when I get finished. But anyways, that told me that somebody told them these stories about these, how to say it, I'm trying to be careful. Situations, I want to say, maybe these situations they had with this specific thing was, he told me that this person said when I get home from the club tonight, it's going to be on and popping. Why was it going to be on and popping? This man had 3 little girls at his house. A 12-year-old who had a 1-year-old daughter and her 9-year-old cousin. Were at this man's house alone, waiting for him to get home from the club. And he said that when I get home from the club, it's going to be on. And the person wanted to know, let me create a banner so I don't have to keep saying this. Give me a second. I'm stopping at the person wanted to know. Let me say let me say trigger warning. Let me just say trigger warning. Just in case somebody comes in, I just want to let them know what I'm talking about. I don't want to cause anybody any type of, you understand me? That's all I'm going to do. Trigger warning. Okay. There we go. There we go. Y'all feel me? So the person wanted to know, what do I do? Because this person told me that when they got home, it was going to be on, their exact words. Oh, you called the right person. I was about an hour or so away. It was about midnight. I called my pastor. I said, Pastor, I need you to pray for me. I'm on my way. I'm getting on the highway. I told the person, meet me at the police station. Mind you, they was just now leaving the club. Meet me at the police station. Matter of fact, they wasn't even leaving the club. They was, I don't know what the situation was, because they was together all day. Meet me at the police station. I drove up. I loaded up my car with my family and drove up an hour some away at midnight. Took them to the police station. Well, they met me at the police station. Stayed up there for about an hour or so. We're just trying to hurry up and get there before he gets home from the club. I think the club lets out at 2 or something. I haven't been to the club. I don't know. But anyways, so the police follow us we take the police to the house. Who's there? 3 little girls and 1 man. He's not related to any of these babies. Why are these babies even at his house? Number 1. Where's their mama? Number 2. But nonetheless, the police is there now. Took the police up there, and I sat outside in the parking lot the whole time and let them, they raided the house. Well, they got them babies out of there. They put those babies in a car and got those babies out of there. That was my main concern. That was actually, I'll be honest, that was my only concern. I didn't care about nothing else. Get those babies out that house. Even if he was just saying that just to be big, just talking big, something's wrong with you. The police said when they knocked on the door, they couldn't tell what was going on because he didn't open the door immediately. They heard a lot of a lot of rumbling, like moving around, but they didn't know when they finally opened the door, it was pitch black in there. So they couldn't tell. They could tell somebody was sleeping in the bed and somebody was sleeping in the living room, but they don't know who was sleeping where. So long story short, I followed up with the report, all that. Nothing happened to that person, unfortunately. That person had some hookups in the police department. And so nothing happened to that person. However, we got that person, the children out of that house. Come to find out, this person was telling the person that called me to tell me what was going on, said this person had told them not only, so the 12-year-old little girl, she has 2 older sisters. There was 3 of them in the family, 3 little girls and their mama. The oldest one was chubby. She was chubby. And the only reason that matters is because this person said that he didn't want the oldest one because she was chubby. She was fat. I don't like her. I don't like fat. Crazy thing is, I've heard somebody tell me that before about this same person. Like, yeah, when I was younger, yeah, they don't like fat people. Well, yeah, now I see. So thank God for that little baby. She was chubby. The middle girl, however, was slim. Come to find out how true this is, I don't know. But this is what the story was. This is what he said, what he told the person. Him and this little girl's mama had been drugging this baby. She may have been around 12 or 13 herself. This is when it started. Maybe sooner. I'm not sure. They was drugging this baby and raping her. Him and the mama, her mom. To this day, I want to whoop her mama. I have not seen this woman since I heard this, but I've seen her on Facebook. I'm disgusted. But come to find out, they was raping her together. And then the 12-year-old has a 1-year-old daughter. Somebody said, do you think that's the father is this grown man? I don't know. And when I say a grown man, he had to be about late 50s. I don't know. But I do know that this man, some teenage boys, broke in his car and trashed his car. When I say trash, they cut up his seat belts, they cut up his car, trashed the car. Why would those teenage boys do that? They was now these were the same boys that was hanging out with the little girl. The little girl's friend, whenever her and her mom, they would come over, she would go hang out with these boys. So I don't know if they knew something I didn't know. But so again, there's also a story where from the horse's mouth, this is the horse told me, the horse's mouth told me that he had been raping his daughter since she was 7. Now, these two degenerates are related. He told me out his mouth, he started raping her. I'm saying raping, but raping her at the age of 7. I think it was probably sooner, but and it didn't stop until well after 18. And that's been hard to know. By the time I found out, it was so far gone that there was nobody to tell. And she had told her mom that if her mom went to the police, she would tell them it didn't happen. So it was about 10 to 15 years later that I found out. She was already an adult, already had children of her own. It causes a lot of trust issues. Y'all forgive me, because when you've known somebody your whole life and you didn't have a clue, it messes with your psyche. Like, man, how could I miss that? I missed it. How could I miss it, man? I let my children stay the night at this person's house, and not my daughter. Not my daughter. My daughter still couldn't go. I don't know why, but my daughter. And although he had a daughter, my daughter couldn't stay. My daughter couldn't. Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. My daughter couldn't stay at anybody's house. She couldn't spend the night. I should have did that with my boys too. But when you know better, you do better. And I didn't know better at that time. At that time, we was just now on protecting the girls. You hear me? But sorry. I hate that he even told me that. Like, why? Why would you tell me something like that to mess me up? Like, why? That to me, that's so selfish. It's so selfish. You was there. You was there when I took the police to that man's house to get those 3 babies out. You was there. I didn't understand why you wasn't saying anything. I didn't know. I didn't understand why you wasn't commenting. You wasn't saying nothing. You just quiet, but you was there. You was there. You knew the passion that I had trying to protect these babies. And then you come and tell me some crap like that. Selfish. Selfish. I could have went to my grave and never heard that. I haven't been the same. This young lady doesn't even know that I know. Well, I don't know if she knows that I know. I don't even know if I've been around her. Maybe a couple times. Not to shun her, because she didn't do anything wrong. Even though not the relationship, it turned into a relationship where they were actually sick. But that's only because this baby was manipulated as a child. It wasn't her fault. I'm going to tell you the biggest problem I have with all that is there's 2 big problems. One of my big problems is the wife/mama stayed still together. That's a problem for me because I feel like what that says to your child is, okay, but now what? I think that's what it says. That's the message that it sends. And I talked about earlier the cycle of abuse, or the cycle, it keeps repeating itself. Because after this man had been doing this to this baby since she was 7, according to him, until well after the age of 18, she turns around and gives him access to her daughter. I feel like the mom sent a message that what goes on his house stays in his house type situation. That what happened to you is, whatever. which I think then in return related to her that maybe this was a one-off. And I'm gonna be honest, I thought, well, maybe that was a one. She gave him access to her daughter. I don't know if anything has happened. I've distanced myself from these people, but I think the daughter is now, I don't think she's double digits yet, but from what I knew, she slept in this man's lap most of her life. Most of her life. She slept in his lap while I'm in this recliner. While he was in his recliner, she slept in his lap. That troubles me. That troubles me. That's disturbing for me. That's disturbing for me. How do you give somebody that you know that did these things to you, how do you give them access to your baby? When I say, when I'm trying to work on me, but those are the things I have to work out. I have to work through. I have to work through those things because they haunt me. Those things haunt me. And mind you, this was how many years ago? 15, 16 years ago, maybe. It's been a while. I was still married. And I've been divorced since 2012. So it's been a minute. It's been about 15 years or so. And when I tell you, I think that's part of my hangups, my hiccups for struggling so much, for wanting to be around people. I don't trust people. I asked my own daddy if he molested me because I knew somebody had, but I didn't know who. I asked my own daddy that. He said no, but still, would he tell me if he did? Now, I will be honest. I used to sleep with my dad. He would always put me at the opposite end of his bed. He'd never let me sleep at his bed, on his bed. I mean, he would always make me sleep at the other end. And I never felt uncomfortable with my dad. Whenever I was with my dad, I would, when I got scared, I would go to my dad type thing, So I didn't feel like it was him, but I knew my dad had issues, so I wasn't sure. So I was going to ask. That's the type of person I am. Daddy, did you molest me? Because somebody did. Somebody did. I don't know who, but somebody molested me when I was a child. I don't remember, but I know somebody touched me. Somebody molested me. Come to find out, my brother told me who it was. He didn't know that I knew. He didn't even know that I had questioned my dad. He didn't know that. He said, "What?" Yeah, I questioned it. He was like, "Why would you ask?" So when I told him that, my brother then, because he had somebody he called his stepdaughter. It wasn't his stepdaughter. It was his girlfriend's daughter. He was like, "Oh, I'm glad you told me that. He will never be around my baby no more." That's the point. That's the point. Not to badmouth them or whatever, because I've never seen him do anything. However, it's to alert other people, which I feel like is kind of what I'm saying about the whole point was talking about Miss Shirley's mom's, not the whole point, but I was talking about Miss Shirley's mom's parenting style. And so that's what I'm saying. We're just alerting the mothers and saying, hey, we know what we're talking about. We know these people. There are people out here that want your baby. Keep your baby safe. Keep your baby protected. Lock your baby up in your protection. Keep your baby safe. Get that jacket off her back. Get the bullseye off her back and protect your baby. Let her do it in the confine. Let her do what she's doing. She can dance. She doesn't have to gyrate. She doesn't have to shake her hips and whine. And I can't even whine like that. Go to the ground, stick her tongue out, and what? She don't have to do that. She don't have to dress with tight clothes on or reveal. Y'all, we got to stop actualizing these babies. We got to stop doing that. She looks grown. She acts grown. She dances grown. Something's wrong with that. Now, when she first came out and she was dancing, it was okay. It was cute. Like, oh my God, this baby is so talented. Oh, she's good. She's so skilled. And then it started getting risky. And then you see the adults in there. You see the grown women. These are grown ass women. Some of them mamas in these videos with this baby gyrating and rolling their hips like they man. Do you understand me? I guarantee you there is no difference between what they was doing and what they did the night before with their man. There's no difference, but they're doing it now with the little baby and they telling the baby to mimic this. Something's wrong with that. Something's wrong with that. Something's wrong with that. I have people that I know, and I know y'all got people that y'all know that would love to get their hands on this doggone baby. Because of some of the issues that I became aware of in my family, it's hard for me to even, I can't say I don't be too careful now, but I'd rather be too careful than not careful enough. It's hard for me to even change my grandbaby, my granddaughter, a grandbaby that's 2. I can count on one hand how many times I've actually changed her diaper. Son of a bitch. Now, mind you, I have had licensed home daycares. On Friday, now I open up my daycare at 6 in the morning to 6 at night. On Friday evening, I'm ready for everybody to go. Do you understand me? I'm ready to chill out for the weekend. Some of my daycare, now mind you, I had all white daycare children. The neighborhood I lived in was all white kids. And I say that to say, because my husband was like, when is all these little white kids fixing to leave? It's time to go. Doggone it. I'm ready to close my door and get all these white kids out of my house. On Friday, it's time to go. I don't care what color, it's time to go. But anyways, don't you know, specifically this one mama, she had 2 daughters. She would come, kick her shoes off on Friday and put her feet up on my couch and hang out at my house. When I say, girl, if you get the F out of my house, because when she would come pick up her children, she would tell them, hey, it's time. Okay, let's go. I don't want to go. I want to stay at Miss Priscilla's house. You effing lying to me. You lying to me. You're not standing Miss Priscilla. You've been here all week. Do you understand me? All week. You got to go. I done drove and picked you up from school. I'm sick of you. You got to go. I'll never forget one time. At the end of the day, I told the parents. I said, "Okay, see you guys later. You guys have a good weekend." One of my parents said, "Miss Priscilla, today's Monday." I said, "Wait, what?" She said, "Today's Monday." Oh, I knew right then. I started planning for my exit. It's time for me to go. I can't do this daycare thing no more. But my point in saying that is, the children and the parents, they did not like to leave my house. That's why I said that. They don't want to leave my house. I had to kick these doggone people out of my house. The same mama would come over and bring her children and her husband to my house on Saturday. Do you understand me? Saturday. I order pizza. Now, we weren't friends. This is my daycare kid. I ordered pizza, but they liked me. I had the baby since I think she was 8 weeks. So yeah, they just liked me. It was like almost like family, you know. So they would come over, I order pizza and stuff. We just and sit around and talk and have a good old time with the babies. But my point in saying that is, I've never had an issue with children. And now I have a 2-year-old granddaughter that I don't like to change because I don't know if it's something in my blood. And you have to know to know. We have to do better. So all I'm saying, I said all that to say, I only give my opinion in my comments because I care. I care. I'll put my life on the line for most, for the babies. I never forget, I asked my husband, my ex-husband, when we first got together, if he's ever had any feelings or thoughts concerning his own daughter. And people might think, why would you? And he was almost offended, but I think he understood where I was coming from. And I even told him, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I told him, I said, let me tell you, I'm not saying it's a deal breaker. If you've had feelings or thoughts, I'm not saying I'm gonna leave or whatever situation is, but what I'm saying is you're gonna need to get some help. Let's get you some help. Let's work it out before we even get started with anything. We can get some help. Let's work it out, because sometimes you can't control what goes on the inside. So let's get you some help. And that's what I told him. He said, absolutely not. Never have I ever. And I do believe that. I don't believe he did, but I just wanted to excuse me. I just wanted to make sure. But mind you, this is before I asked him this. I didn't find out about the other people that did that to those children until after I was married. I probably was married about 13 years, maybe about 12 years or so at that time. So before I got married, I didn't have any clue that people in my family was degenerates. I don't know. You know how you can pick up on stuff, but I didn't know. But even back then, I even questioned him. Do you have any desires, feelings, or dream, anything that could compromise? Because I don't want nothing to happen to your baby. That's his baby. I don't want nothing to happen to your baby. I want to try to protect her. So if you having any thoughts, let's talk about it. Let's get you some help. Let's get it taken care of. I have another little girl, and I'm sorry I'm telling all these stories, but there was another little girl that was 10 years old, and she used to come around in these apartments that I live in. And the guy that owned the apartments before the people that have them now, they just took over them about a year and so ago. But he was a black guy. And the lady that worked in the office, they claimed they were family. They weren't family, but they claimed they were family. She had been working for him for years. She had a 10-year-old niece. And she was actually raising her niece. I think the nieces, I don't know what was going on with the mom and dad, but for whatever reason, she had the niece and she was raising her. Something happened because the little girl, she would come and she would just come over here and talk to me sometimes. If she got kicked out of school, she was sick from school or whatever, and I'll be sitting outside, she would come talk to me. But she said, Miss Priscilla, she said, I'll go to a therapist, but I don't talk to that lady. That's how she talked. I don't talk to that lady. Like, she want me to open up. She want me to open up and tell her all about myself. I don't know her. I don't want to talk to her. Mind you, this baby is 10. I don't know her. I don't talk to her. And then she keep just saying stuff over and over. She'll watch a movie, whatever she tell me about. I just try to encourage. I said, well, try to get. She said, but Miss Priscilla, they expect me just to get over it. How can I get over it when all that stuff happened to me? I said, I get it, baby. I know. But just give her a chance in whatever situation. Just try to talk and give her a chance and whatever. So I'm just trying to talk to her. She said, Miss Priscilla, I'm not opening up to her. And I said, but give it a chance, love. Give it a chance. If I didn't have to go to school to get licensed, I would be working with children in some capacity. I would work with children in some capacity. I'm not going to school for I don't have time for it. But my point in saying that is, one time I went to the office and this 10-year-old baby, the man that owned the place was about 80 years old. He used to try to talk to me through the 10-year-old baby. My uncle want to talk. Tell your uncle he's too old for me, so I know this 10-year-old baby the uncle was sitting in a chair like this. And this 10-year-old baby was sitting just like so. And you have to know what I'm talking about to know, sitting just like so. and he was in a chair twirling around. It was one of those chairs that do that, twirling around. And I walked into the office. I felt like I walked in on something that I wasn't supposed to see. So I'm expecting everybody to jump, like, oh, nobody moved. She stayed on his dick. She stayed there. He didn't move. And the aunt was sitting right there. The aunt, I was like, oh, this is normal for you? I want no parts of it. Want no parts of it. Come to find out, I seen this little baby. She would be around here playing with these grown men, like, just running around playing. I could see this baby's exposed. She's exposed. She has a bullseye on her back and nobody's watching. I used to watch and tell her, stay away from that. Stay away from him. Stay away from, you hear me? I should try my best. But when I say, I know everybody has different ways of doing things, but I don't care the situation. There is never a situation where a 10-year-old baby girl should be sitting on a 70, 80-year-old nigga lap on his dick. There's no way. When? Why? He got a leg over here. There's a chair over there. There's a couch right there. There's a floor. Why is she sitting right smack in the middle? Now, mind you, this man is known as a trick. He was known to trick around with. He thank God I wasn't on drugs, because he tried to trick with everybody on drugs around here. He'd give him a little $20 or something. He tricked with him. You can't tell me they didn't know that this was inappropriate. Now, somehow, I don't know how. Now, this is just me talking. I don't know nothing. I don't know these people from Adam. Just stuff that's going around. They say the aunt owned a part of his business, his company. Like she had something on him. I wonder what she could have had on him. Because he ended up firing her, but she even had a stock in his company. She owned some of his company. He had houses, rental houses. He had this apartment complex. She lived in one of his houses. She drove his Cadillac. You hear me? As if she was blackmailing him, is what it sounded like to me. For what? This little girl, this 10-year-old baby, she told me out of her own mouth, she goes to this man's house. They have swimming parties, her and her little girlfriend goes to this man's house in their swimsuits, probably bikinis, to swim. That, to me, I can't get with that. So some people can say, well, you can go too far. Maybe you're going too far. Maybe you're putting 20 on 10. That could be. Maybe. But maybe I could be right. Do you want to take the chance? I'm not taking a chance for my children. Not going to take the chance. We have to do better. We can't go to the extremes of little Miss Shirley's mama and just let anything go. Nor can we do like this Facebook Live mama and call our teenage daughter all kind of whores, bitches, and sluts and no good, and just diminish and just destroy her in front of everybody on social media. We can't do that either. There has to be a middle ground. We have to have some type of middle ground. Where is the sane people at? Where are those that are sane? The parents that are in their right mind? Because it seems like, I don't know if it's people being naive intentionally or just being naive. Like if we're overlooking stuff intentionally, I don't know if it's intentional or if it's just, harmless. Like I said, most of the stuff I did was ignorance. It was just out of ignorance. It wasn't out of hate. I'm talking about raising my children. Most of the mistakes I made was out of ignorance. That's all. It was out of ignorance. So hopefully these mamas are just ignorant. And that's not a bad word. That just means they just don't know. And hopefully they will learn. When you know better, you do better. That's my prayer, is that they will do better. That when they know better, they'll do better, and stop defending it, thinking that everybody's out here hating. We're not all out here hating. I want to see this baby. I feel like little Miss Shirley is a star. I want to see her do big things. Now, to see her on Jennifer Hudson doing that bullshit, Jennifer Hudson needs her ass whooped. Just to be honest, because she shouldn't have let her on there snapping her ass. She should have let her doing that on her show. Jennifer Hudson, you wrong for letting that baby get up there and dance like that. Now she could have did her original dance and kept it moving, but you letting her gyrate on national TV, which means again you have a bigger platform. You're held to a higher standard, is what I'm saying. Not Jennifer Hudson. I'm sorry. Was that Jennifer? No, it is. This is Jennifer Hudson. Anyways, with a body, this baby got on a bodysuit, popping her ass. What a pamper look like. And then they said the baby has a OnlyFans. The mama said, it ain't no OnlyFans, it's just a fans page. Okay, because that's much better. People can pay you to see your baby. Yeah, that's much better. Okay. People can book you to come out and see your baby. People are paying for your baby. Okay. Paying you to get access to your baby. Okay. They just doing it on a fans page. Only is not on there because that's what makes the difference. If you put the word only on the fans page, that makes it grown. But if it's just a fans page, that's okay. 2- and 4-year-olds shouldn't even be on social media. What are you talking about, my love? What are we talking about here? We're not talking about a 10-year-old. We're talking about this baby was 2 years old, putting on her red dress, her high heels, and some of that sweet perfume because it smells good on you. Put on your lipstick, slide on your. That baby was 2. She shouldn't have no pays at all. What are you talking about? That is stupid. She can't spell. She can't type up nothing. People are paying you to have access to your baby privately. We got to do better. And there's a way you can do it and do it clean. We just have to do better. That's my opinion. Again, for whatever it's worth, good, bad, or indifferent. Forgive me for crying. I am a crybaby. If you know me, this won't be the last time. I do cry. I have emotions, and they are real. Sometimes I will smile to keep from crying. Sometimes, however, sometimes when we don't know why people are the way they are, just listen to their stories. Sometimes we'll figure it out. We'll find it out. So, anyways. But that's my 2 cents. For whatever it's worth, that's my 2 cents. I just want us to be better, to be not better, to be safer. That's all. Keep our babies safe. They have all the rest of their life to be grown, especially at these days when they get 13, 14. I don't know. I lost my V at 14. My mama had a baby at 13 or 14. So, yeah, when they get teenager, they have plenty of time to do all kinds of stuff, to experiment with stuff. Let them be children right now, though. Let them be children. Build them so that when they go out into the world and people start tearing them down, they're strong enough to where they can go out and face all of that. But when you're at home with the Facebook Live, mom, when you're at home beating your babies up, they're too weak. So anytime somebody come and whisper sweet nothings in their ear, they gravitate to those. That's probably why that girl has so many different boys. Her mama talking about, what about him? What about him? What dog? What, how many boys is it? Because they gravitate to whoever shows them a little attention or something that looks like love or sounds like acceptance or sound like something, and they throw themselves at them because they don't have the role model or the parent at home, or they didn't have the structure, the building blocks. Wasn't built before they were sent out into the world. And because of that, now anybody that comes along just comes and goes all through their little rumble, their little crash or crumbling building. It's just a crumble bricks or whatever. They come and just mess them all up. And then instead of us trying to build them at that time, we make it worse by still hammering into them, and you still ain't nothing. You still ain't nothing. Look at you, you slut, you bitch, you no good piece of trash. You don't have friends. Could you imagine somebody in your face, somebody that loves you? This is somebody that's teaching you, loving you, right? You no good piece of trash. You don't have no friends. You ain't no good. You stupid. You dumb. You can't. Don't nobody like you. You sleep with everybody. Who D was you sucking the other day? Who did you sleep with? You sleep with everybody. Could you imagine being berated like that? And then I'm supposed to go out into the world and be up and proud of myself and built and strong and be able to face the world and fight off attackers, fight off all the foolishness, setting her daughter up for failure, in my opinion. So that's it. That's my, again, if you know me, if you listen to me earlier, you know, I close out 3 or 4 or 5 times. I'm like them pastors. I'm a pastor that will close out 3 or 4 or 5 times. It take me 3 or 4 or 5 times to shut the thing down. So please bear with me. But if anybody has anything to say, feel free to speak. If you feel like, girl, you are a hot mess, you can say that. I'm okay with that. If I cuss you, be okay with that. That's okay. Complete disagree. If you want to come up, come up. I dropped the link. Come up, and if you have something to say, I'll leave the floor open. Come up. I hope you've already liked the video. Not that you enjoyed it, but just push the like button for you, girl. I'm trying to get monetized. I really am. I'm trying to get monetized. I'm trying my best to work on it. I am a struggle. I do have a struggle channel, meaning I say that to say I don't have any interest. I don't have any hobbies. I don't have anything like that, anything going on. So I have to just show you the truth of my life. And this is the truth of my life. I fool with these doggone cats, these neighborhood cats. I go grocery shopping every now and again. I cook every now and again. I clean up every now and again. And I'm trying to get more into the video. So once I learn more about the videos and how to work it, how to edit, how to thumbnails, once I'm learning that, so that's why you'll see the struggle part. But the better I get, the more I'm bringing, you know, the more I'm coming. So if you can support me, help me. I have, you can like the video. You can send me a comment. Thank you so much, that dude, for saying hello. You can send me a comment. Watching my live streams, watching my other videos helps me. Subscribing helps me a great deal. I have to get 500 subscribers before I can start taking super chats and memberships and all of that. But I do have Cashapp. My Cashapp is right there. This is my therapy 123 $. This is my therapy 123. I do accept Cashapps. So, but I am trying to get monetized. I want to, right now while I'm learning, I don't want to put out, I don't want to put out too much good, that sounds crazy, good content, but let's be honest, while I'm learning, I'm not getting paid for none of this. So let me mess up on this stuff. And then when I'm able to be monetized, then I'll bring out some, that's my goal, but we know that's probably not gonna work out quite right. Anyways, well, guys, I have been on here for 1 hour and 37 minutes and I'm gonna get off. I really wanted to have a conversation though. I wanted to talk, not talk me. I wanted somebody to talk with me. I wanted to have a back and forth. Is anybody out there that wants to do a back and forth? Or am I just by myself? I'm okay if I'm by myself. I'm okay. We don't have to do a back and forth. But long as you like and double tap the screen, long as you like the video, long as you like my live, then I'm good. I'm good on that. I think I got 4 likes. I appreciate the 4 likes. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for showing up. I hope I didn't trigger anybody. I hope I didn't cause anybody no torture. I hope you can go home and sleep well tonight. I hope you can go home and sleep well tonight, and I didn't torture you too bad by telling you my the stories of my family life, unfortunately. But well, if nobody wants to come up, then I'll get off. I think I'll leave it just open for a couple more seconds or so, just to see if somebody wants to come up and talk to me. Somebody wants to come on the panel. I mean, if somebody wants to show up, somebody wants to come up and talk to me, come on. We don't even have to talk about that. We can talk about anything, to be honest, as long as it's appropriate. Can't get me demonetized or unmonetized before I get monetized. If that, you know, can't shut me down before I start, you know. So, okay. Don't look like nobody wants to come on up. So I'm going to end it. I'm going to end it at 140. It's 139 and some change. Are y'all good? Can y'all at least, can you, I don't know if that dude is on here. If anybody's on here, can you at least say, have a good night or something? or say I'm here just so I'll know I'm not talking to myself. Well, I know I'm not talking to myself because it shows me there's somebody on here. I just don't know. And if you can't comment, that's okay. I'm okay with that. But I appreciate you showing up. I do. I appreciate you showing up. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you. I'm just giving a couple more seconds just until see if somebody wants to call in and come up on the panel. I say the panel. I don't even know if it's called a panel. I just want somebody to come up and talk to me. I need watch hours. This is all towards my watch hours now. Y'all see I'm struggling. I've been at 3,200 watch hours all month, the month of April and May, I think. I'm gonna try to chew this gum as if I can chew gum with dentures. I can't really. But I'm just want to give somebody the opportunity to come up, say something about what we talked about tonight. Or just talk about, or if you want to come up just to say, hey, Miss Priscilla, come up and say, hey, Miss Priscilla. I dropped the link. Oh, wait, let me see. Here's the link. Let me put the link up there and we'll see. We'll see. I forgot if the link actually disappears. So if you don't know it, then you can't. So there's a link. If you want to come up and talk to Miss Priscilla, come up and talk to Miss Priscilla. Get the link. Now, mind you, I just learned this a couple of days ago. Shout out to Sifting some soil, I think, and more. Sifting some soil and more for helping me figure out how to do this StreamYard and get somebody to come up here in the links and drop the links and stuff. I appreciate you. Y'all sitting here like, ain't nobody coming up here. An example. Yeah, let's see. Okay. Y'all say ain't nobody supposed to come up. Nobody want to come up and show their face. You don't have to show your face. You have to show me your face in the back, but just so I can see you're a real person. Please, somebody, please come talk to me. Come on up and talk to me. Anybody? Anybody? No? Okay. Well, I tried. Y'all can't say I didn't try. I tried. Okay. Y'all have a good night. It is 10:45 on Friday night. I wish I could say I had somewhere to go, but I do not, other than to bed. So, but maybe I might have some cats to feed. Maybe the cats are out here for me to feed. So I may have something to do. Maybe I can go out here and feed the cats. But nonetheless, you guys have a great night. You guys have a great night. I say feed the cats as if there's more than one that I want to feed. They've been trying to get into my thing to. Okay, y'all have a good night. I'm gonna go out here and fix this. But because I need watch hours, I'm gonna stay on live. I don't care what you say. I'm gonna just go fix this little house the cats was trying to get into this house I don't know why there's no food in here. All the food I set out. I have window locks on my door, patio door, so keep people from coming in here to get me, as if anybody want me. I'm gonna just fix this up. Hey, I am on live. Yeah. Wait, where you at? This is my neighbor, as well as a subscriber of mine. She subscribed to me. I said, this is my neighbor as well as a subscriber of mine. Look, she said, hi, everybody. The video I have her, she's going to be in the video that's coming out tomorrow morning. She's going to be in that video. I said, I can see the cat's been trying to get me they've been trying to get in this thing. I don't know why, because all the food is sitting out. They've eaten all the food. I don't know why they're trying to get in there. So I'm gonna just fix this up real fast. And if you want to hang out and watch me, you can. If not, y'all have a good night. I appreciate you for stopping by. If a cat come by, we'll feed the cats. But as you can see, I had this all fixed up. They done pull this down, try to get in here. I have to clean it out. All the chicken and cat food is gone. I don't know why they trying to do this. I'm gonna bring these out hopefully tomorrow if it's warm enough. We'll wash them so I can have them ready for baby cat. I don't know why I can't figure this out. Okay. Have a good night. Oh. Baby cat will show up in a second. Well, not in a second, but in a minute to eat. So I'll get ready for her. And then I'm going to bed. So again, thank you guys for showing up. I appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hopefully I said something to maybe open up the conversation in your house. Said something that you can relate to. Or just said something that made sense. I don't know. Maybe I said something that you was thinking or something. Or I could have said something that sounds stupid. I don't know. But I do hope you got something out of it. You hear me? I hope I wasn't sitting here wasting my time, wasting my breath. I'm on the down end of life. I'm 51. I'm on the other end of life. So I don't have a lot of breath and time to be wasting. Anywho, okay. This is my final close. Closing out. I think it's hard because once you get started talking, it's hard to stop. But for me, if you're a talker, but it won't be hard to stop. Anyways, I'm closing out. Y'all have a good night. Bye.